Hello and welcome. I am a little behind, so please bear with me as I set up. I hope tonight finds everyone well and that you have had a great weekend. No, we don't want that. So I think I have a solution to our poor connection problem, and it is very unintuitive. Up to a rough weekend car shop. Yeah, car shopping always sucks. Glad you have a new one. Glad it's passed. Best of luck with things. It's the best I can give you. Okay, we do not have news on something I'm waiting to hear from. I have continued to look for new solutions, options, and partnerships, and one of which is actually with the company that is providing the solution to the streaming. Possibly, maybe, kind of, sort of. So it turns out it was not, in fact, Restream. At least, not in the way I thought it was. It was my ISP in a very, very dumb way. See, here's the thing that happens. When you run a speed test, you're checking the speed to the nearest connection node on your internet. This doesn't seem like such a bad thing. Except that connection node is not where the whole internet is. The internet is, in fact, in multiple places. Who would have thought, right? Well, in this case, the internet being in multiple places was the issue. Let me get this plugged in. You see, in order to get from where I am to the streaming server, where I want to be, in order to be able to stream to you, we have to jump through a bunch of nodes in order to get from point A to point B to point C to so on. Somewhere in that connection of nodes that is run by Comcast, hello, that is where we had the problem. You see, the issue, as it were, is that one of those nodes is not doing its job correctly and is failing to transmit data on the correct protocol. Comcast, of course, doesn't care and cannot fix this until someone who is actually at the node goes, "Hey, there's a problem. This should be fixed." And it's Xfinity Comcast, so, you know, that'll happen sometime in the next 10 years. The only way to fix this, without Comcast actually fixing it, is to go a different direction than what they want you to do. But how do you do that? How do you route your internet in a different direction? With a VPN. This is not what VPNs are supposed to be used for. Anyone who is familiar with how VPNs are supposed to be used and set up and what their purpose is going to tell you, this isn't what VPNs are used for. This is not how you do things. But it is, in fact, a workaround solution. So you hop in a VPN that has a fast enough upload speed to stream to. You may have to do a little bit of server magic in order to figure out where you're going. And then what happens is, instead of going from your line where you are over to where you want to be, it's going from you to the server to where you want to be. So if so you're here, and where you want to be is here. Instead of going in this straight line, oh well, there goes my tracking. Instead of going in this straight line over here, you're going over to the side and then going up. So you're bypassing, hopefully, the server that's having issues. And I've done this before. Years ago, I was using the same workaround for a different problem. That was, well, for a different situation that was the same problem. And I forgot about it that night, or else I would have tried turning on a VPN and seeing, hey, can I bounce around whatever this problem was? The answer appears to be yes. I'm getting some dropped frames. I am seeing a couple little hiccups in my connection, which is going to happen from time to time with VPNs, but I'm not seeing the absolute collapse of my stream bandwidth. So fingers crossed, because I've been running tests for the past 2 days, trying to see if this is the problem. And as of like 2 hours ago, I'm still having the problem. I'm still having the problem as of 2 hours ago when I do normally, but the VPN works. Think you're due for a 24K string of God tier luck soon with what's been happening. I wish. I do have a couple things in the works, one of which is actually connected to the VPN I'm using. It's probably not the one that you think it is, but I have looked at them and said, hey, you are actively solving my stream problem. Can I partner with you? You are actively solving a major problem I'm having. I'm already a customer of you. I am happy to sing your praises. Can I partner with you? I am not, it's not who you think it is. Well, it's probably not who you think it is. But I'm not going to bring up names right now until I have a official, yeah, we'll partner with you or not. But I'm going to say that this is one unintended use of VPNs I know a lot of tech people are like, VPNs are overused, they don't do what you think they do, yada, yada, yada. I have gotten a lot of very good use out of the 2 VPNs that I use. And this is obviously just another case of, okay, I'm so glad I've already got all this set up that I can just activate it, play with some settings, and be good. So, yeah. That's one of several partnerships that we can cross our fingers and hope will actually go somewhere. Given, yeah, things have just been for a while now. I still have some exciting stuff. I don't know if any of it qualifies for the thank you streams or whatever I do for thank you. But I do have some exciting stuff, but it's very much stuff that I have been putting together for over a year that's finally coming to fruition. So, we'll see. Anyways, that is my opening stream ramble. The plan for tonight is to continue to go through... We're going to try to do what we did last time. We're watching 3 videos. Then we're going to do Stardew Valley and Dredge. Mostly Stardew Valley. We are not doing Steel Rising and Chrono Trigger tonight. I have not had time to do the grinding I want in those games. And since we missed these games, it's an excuse to buy myself another week and as well as advance these. Plus, I gotta stop forgetting what I'm doing in Stardew Valley, so that should probably be the least skipped game. Yes, much hype, I hope. I hope the hype ends up being good. So tonight, we will be watching the Kentucky Ballistics and Fat Electrician videos that we were going to watch on Friday. However, Brandon Herrera uploaded a video, and it looks like it's going to be a spicy one. So we're going to watch that first and get it out of the way and see what nonsense he's doing this time, and then we're going to watch the other 2. And I really hope that I don't get myself into trouble. So yeah, this is going to be Brandon Herrera's latest video uploaded earlier today. It has been a miserable 8 hours waiting to watch this. Recreating the Gary Plosh shot. Dad kills son's kidnapper. I think Up2 just figured out what it was right before I said it. And Brandon Herrera has a couple of these recreated videos of historical shots and like treating them about as scientifically as he does, and they're all really interesting watches. I highly recommend watching them. Again, I can't react to them because I've already seen them, but we'll see. In the meantime, here we go.
Happy Father's Day, everyone. Today, we'd like to do something kind of special to commemorate the dads who went above and beyond. Today, we're going to talk about one father in particular, a man by the name of Gary Pluchet. Unfortunately for Gary, in 1984, his son was a victim to a kidnapping from his son's karate instructor. The instructor's name was Jeff Doucette, and during the time which Gary's son was kidnapped, Jeff had indulged in activities, how would I put that would make you worthy of being fed feet first to a wood chipper.
Oh, here we go.
Protagonist Gary enters the story and takes matters into his own hands. All captured live on TV. This made Gary a bit of a vigilante hero basically overnight. And just to let you know, it did have a happy ending. He never saw a day in prison, instead getting off with probation and community service, of which I would argue that his original crime was community service. But today, in honor of Father's Day, and because this year is actually the 40th anniversary...
Full agree. Live Leak before Live Leaks was created. Oh boy. Full agree. Hero. Yeah.
We are going to be... But today, in honor of Father's Day, and because this year is actually the 40th anniversary, we are going to be trying to see if we can recreate the shot. And for that, I've enlisted a little help. So, gang, we ready to catch a predator?
What did he use?
Catch.
Ooh.
Catch.
This is a good lineup.
38 special in the skull.
We figured out how to cure pedophilia.
All right, now take a deep breath through your forehead.
Oh, God. So to simulate the weapon that was used today, we just have a...
I did say this was going to be a spicy one. Yeah. This is a spicy one.
Through your forehead.
Oh, God. So to simulate the weapon that was used today, we just have a just off-the-shelf 38 Special Smith & Wesson revolver. We're going to see exactly how much power one of these little bad boys has. Of course, with a channel favorite, the White Claw penetration test. Forcing a karate instructor's retirement in 3, 2, 1. I'd say that had enough energy. It was actually a little bit more splashy than I was planning. Not that we had to test whether or not the 38 Special had enough power to get the job done, because, I mean, historically, it did. But now that we've got that demonstration out of the way, let's start setting up the shot.
Hold on, I want to see that again. I want to see something.
Because, I mean, historically, it did.
Was he going to attempt to did it look like his hand was going up to point towards himself there? Which, you know, to avoid a miscarriage of justice, I can see why that might be a thought for someone.
Because, I mean, historically, it did. But now that we've got that...
He claims to hold it up to be non-threatening to the officer. Okay, it might just be the blurriness. It might just be me reading into it. It looked a little bit like it was coming in towards him. Maybe I'm just reading too much into that.
Demonstration out of the way. Let's start setting up the shot.
Can I be Chris Hansen?
Yes, you can be Chris Hansen.
Why don't you take a seat over here?
Motherfucker. We got our diddler here.
We got him.
This guy, well, you know, he's got some proclivities that some people would like, fuck me. He's got some proclivities that some would like to be accepting of in 2024, but not in 1984 and not with us.
Being a karate instructor?
Exactly.
Not what they meant by Karate Kid, homie.
Oh.
No.
Wax off. He's really good
Not
at
like
waxing
that.
off. That looks about right.
No.
Very nice job, Nick. Thank you.
I'm going to die.
Just to make it nice and dramatic, we got a little bit of rain rolling in, but that's okay. So the actual shot itself, if you watch the video, Gary has the revolver in his right hand. He's on the phone with his left. He goes and pulls the revolver up and fires under roughly his elbow or forearm at about this distance and pops him right in the right side of the noggin. That's kind of an awkward shot, but he obviously nailed it. So let's see if we can live up to Dad of the Year, 1984. Hey, honey, I think I'm gonna be a little...
I was gonna say it's not too bad, but I have done shield drills, so maybe that's just me thinking that.
late for Dad of the Year, 1984. Hey, honey, I think I'm gonna be a little late for dinner. Okay.
Nice.
That was
Perfect.
actually...
Why, Gary? Why?
Gary, why? Why, Gary?
Okay, it's not the shield drills. It's actually not that bad of a shot.
Why, Gary?
Holy smokes.
Perfectly got it on the first
That is
shot.
really
Where does
clean.
Brett? Why does? Does this not have a blood pack in it?
This has some skull matter come out right
Oh, yeah. Got a little piece of pedo. Well, damn, who's next?
I'll go next.
Get it, Cody.
Because you actually had a video on this not too long ago, I thought.
Yeah, I did a Gary Plauché
Plauché?
Plauché video. Yeah,
Wait.
I did one a while back.
Left hand on your phone, and then you drop the phone to take the shot.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
Do you understand the course of fire?
Ready?
Oh.
No, I got him right there. He's dead.
Oh, yeah, he's still
dead.
very dead.
There's a very dead person there.
Why, Gary? Why?
Why, Gary?
Why, Gary?
Sorry.
You're gonna do that every time, aren't they?
Everybody's
man.
just like, immediately, all the cops are over here like, damn, Gary, that's
Gary, that was a good shot.
I mean, why, Gary?
So there are a couple neat things about the revolver that we're using that I forgot to mention day of. We're in a little bit of a hurry trying to beat the rain. This particular Smith & Wesson is a K38 masterpiece target
was right.
revolver. Apparently with a custom trigger job that I know because it came with the original box and this original handwritten receipt, which I just think is kind of cool. But most importantly, it has the best trigger I've ever felt on a revolver in my entire life. Even the double action, pretty fucking good, but that single action trigger is very, very light, very, very crisp. I'm not even really a
I have one. He is correct. K-frames are amazing.
huge revolver trigger. Is very, very light, very, very crisp. I'm not even really a huge revolver guy, but this baby became an instant favorite. I also forgot to tell you that in honor of this video and in honor of Father's Day, we're releasing our new Father of the Year t-shirt. Honoring Father of the Year for 1984, great for Father's Day, and all around just pretty fucking funny. So if you want to go ahead and pick up that shirt, it's available for a limited time at my merch store at Bunker Branding in the links in the description and in the pinned comment.
That's...
So, on the phone,
Oh!
blah, blah,
Oh.
blah, blah, blah.
Right in the jaw.
Right in
That
the
shirt.
ear. Hit me in the ear. Hello? Yes. Oh, dear, no. God damn. Ah, Gary! Ooh.
Did he just skim the top?
Damn.
Why? Hit me in the ear. Hello? Yes. Oh, dear, no. God damn. Ah, Gary! Ooh.
Damn.
Why, Gary?
Why, Gary?
Why? Dude, I just cut his forehead.
I was right.
Got rid of all those intrusive thoughts.
Don't raise the gun, but do you want to see what that actually, like from the angle of the camera, when it was recorded? That's a scary place to be, because it was right behind the head, like right here. Gary was taking some risks on that one.
Because he knew all the cops in that situation,
Yeah.
and they knew him. That's why they didn't shoot him. Because they could have easily just been like, oh, we just shot him in and killed him.
But that's why they knew his name immediately, everything. They knew what time it was. Dude, imagine he's ordering pizza to the jail.
Imagine he's gonna be there. He's like 20 minutes. Perfect. Meet you there. Hang up phone. No pressure.
Oh! Oh, nice.
There you go.
Why, Gary? Why?
Why, Gary?
Why?
Yep, every time.
Yep.
Rest in peace. Well, burn in hell.
Yeah.
Potato,
Potato.
Yeah,
Real
not
quick, I
this
want to
one.
briefly thank the one sponsor brave enough to sponsor this video, which just so happens to be our friends at TechPack. That looks stupid. That was upside down. TechPack is a
TechPack.
monthly tactical subscription box, and apparently July is going to be the best month of the year. Some of the previous products include tactical swag, AR parts and accessories, another tin-coated BCG you shouldn't have, target and/or nipple pasties, this handsome son of a bitch,
Yeah.
and more. Now there's your standard box, and then there's your Tac Pack Plus. This month it's going to be $275, including 2 new companies never before been in Tac Pack, including Cloud Defensive. They also have a Patriot Pack, which is
I need
only
more money.
US made gear. And just remember, new Tac Pack subscribers can use the code AKGUY to get an EDC pack valued at $65 absolutely free. We appreciate our friends over at TacPack for sponsoring this video in particular. You can check them out using the links down in the description and in the pinned comment. And while you're down there, you can also check out sdi.edu, the channel sponsor, where you can go to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology.
Do you think I could do it from here?
You could barely do it from here.
Little high on that.
That was
a little high. Dude, if he had another pal standing on his shoulders, though,
What if Gary would have had a bigger pistol?
You know, just for fun's sake, just for funsies, I think we can figure this out. We try to go for accuracy on recreations like this. However, sometimes, especially when you're dealing with subject matter like executing pedophiles, you gotta have a little fun.
You forgot
Are you
to
winning,
mute
son?
that one.
I don't think so, Dad.
Oh no.
Best job I ever had.
Best job I ever had. Well, guys, sorry we didn't mean to turn this into a wet t-shirt contest.
I'm not.
Yeah, we're just waiting out this rain a little bit right now.
You and me go shooting pistols in the dark.
So the rain is mostly gone away. We're all now soaking wet, but I promised you something
Oh,
bigger. And we're
oh.
gonna go to something bigger. After all, I mean, it's not like the rain makes them stop f***ing kids.
If they're penetrating, we're penetrating.
Oh, no! Let's go teach that karate instructor about wrestling minors with no gi.
You know, I'm mad you didn't do this when you were still running for Congress. I feel like it would have helped you. They would have tried to use it against you, but the entire country would have been like, nah, I'm voting for him.
We still have 2026. 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. This is actually a new gun. I just bought it the other day, and now it's already rained on, but fuck it. I don't believe in safe queens. And go. Damn, as
That was low.
Yeah, fuck that chair.
I shot him through the fucking center mass, but the chair kind of took the heat.
Oof. I mean,
Look at that.
God damn, dog.
I think that's still a spinal cord hit. I think he still went through the spinal cord on that one.
Look at that.
God damn, dog.
So, to Matt Carricker, I'm in the process of buying you a new chair. Who would like to go next?
Me.
Recoil actually wasn't bad. Nice.
There you go. Now you're hitting
Yeah.
him.
Bro, I saw some skull come out from the other side there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It only took him, what, 4 tries?
That's the same exit wound as Brandon's first shot. Because Brandon hit there, I hit here.
Nailed it.
Who's next?
This fucking thing, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You should probably have a bullet, huh? Yep.
Good to go?
Yep. Ready to go.
I'm not gonna be home tonight.
Oh.
Fuck! Fuck!
I'm going to prison for attempted murder. You just still have the phone in your hand. Never mind, babe. I'm coming home.
I'll be home shortly.
Something, something, something.
Oh yeah.
Out his cheekbone.
I'm tired, boss.
Well, you've cleared his sinuses out.
Oh no.
All right, King Trout, what you got in you?
Not a lot.
Nicotine, caffeine, and cum.
Connor just.
The 3 food groups.
What about my car's extended warranty? Click.
Oh,
Did he hit the chair again?
there it was.
He hit the chair again.
You still hit him, clearly, but that's still.
We might.
I think that was another spinal shot.
Fell out.
Well, that looks like successful rehabilitation to me. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it is kind of a dark subject matter, but like all other dark subjects and other things that maybe people don't like to talk about, the way that you cope with them is through humor. And in this case, I will never apologize for thinking it's funny to blow a brains out. We've got more of these coming. We've got a couple that we've teased in the past that we're working on right now that, you know what, we might roll them out for you just as a treat. I just know that it smells like teen spirit. Anyhow, I appreciate you guys watching the end. I appreciate the help of my fellow podcast hosts. I appreciate you gents for being part of the video, and I appreciate you guys for watching all the way to the end. And I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers next Father's Day. Just kidding, it's this week. We got more videos coming, I promise. Love you.
Oh man, that's... I warned you it'd be spicy. I warned you it would be spicy. With one exception, they were actually all pretty good at getting dead on target with each shot. And some of those are like really quick. So, yep, Brandon Herrera at it again. This is an incognito window, which is why it's not showing liked. I promise you, I'm gonna like it. I don't know that I have a lot to add to that. Besides just one last cringe, I guess. Well, generally, I'll agree with you, but there are certain things that are like, no, I'm gonna go with the dad. So, like I said, I don't know that I have much else to add. The next two should be less spicy. Moving on to Kentucky Ballistics. There is the remains of his armored car. I don't know what he's doing in the start. This is the 950 JDJ Fat Mac versus Zombie Torsos, the world's most powerful rifle. Right, he's going to do the Kurt Cobain sewer slide recreation. What? So, Scott, what madness have you wrought this time?
Little circles, big circles, little circles, big circles, oh, reverse circles.
What are you doing?
I'm warming up. What's it look like I'm doing? I'm shooting the 950 today, aren't I? Can't just go into something like that cold. Ugh, almost got him. Ugh, almost there. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Please don't.
What is that? They're smelly salts. Haven't you seen all the big power lifters? They take a big old whiff of this before they lift something heavy, like your mom.
It's gonna fall. Yep.
Okay, I guess I'm shooting the 950 today.
Brandon's going to make a video on the Kurt cover. Oh, I have not seen that. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's gonna be something then if he is. Oof.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And ever since I posted the 950 JDJ 2 months ago, that is literally all you all can comment about. Scott, when are you going to shoot the 950 again? Scott, shoot the 950 again. Well, guess what? I don't want to shoot the 950 again. It kicks really hard. You're not the one shooting it. I am. You know I'm just joking. I am the king of recoil, and I eat recoil for breakfast. The real reason I have been waiting to shoot the 950 again.
This man went through a 50 BMG exploding into his shoulder and is still here. I don't think that there's recoil on this planet that can stop him.
Is for breakfast. The real reason I have been waiting to shoot the 950 again is this. These are what we've been shooting. These are 2,500 grain 950 JDJ brass solids. This right here, though, is what I've been waiting on. This is a 2,600 grain lead hollow point. Needless to say, today we are going to be delivering a lot of energy to some very unfortunate zombie torsos. If you do not know about the 950 JDJ, let me give you a little rundown. So there are only 3 950 JDJ Fat Mac rifles in the entire world. This is the largest sporting rifle ever made. It has a 31-inch barrel, including the muzzle brake, weighs 50 pounds, and is producing upwards of 300 pounds of felt recoil. She be kicking! This is a single-shot bolt-action rifle that fires a bullet that measures .950 inches in diameter, weighs 2,500 grains, and is going to be traveling at 2,400 feet per second. That means this is going to be producing upwards of 25,000 foot-pounds of energy. This thing makes a 50 BMG look like a 22 plinking rifle. So I have 2 things to say about the first video we filmed with the 950 JDJ Fat Mac. One, I said 950 JDJ way too many times, and I'm going to try really hard this video to cut it at least in half. And the second thing is I shot a lot of targets in that video, but one target I did not shoot and I really wanted to shoot was a steel target. And the reason why is we only had these brass solid rounds. These are meant to penetrate and not deform, and shooting one of these at that is a perfect recipe for a ricochet, a really big ricochet. But now we have the opportunity to actually smack a piece of steel with the 950 JDJ because we have some 2,600 grain lead hollow points. So before we get to blasting zombie torsos, let's blast this piece of steel.
Ricochets are bad. I have seen some really nasty ones. I do wonder if the solid shots could actually go through the steel targets, though. Because once you get to a certain point, they kind of act like armor-piercing rounds. Honestly, I almost wonder if the hollow point will still go through it. Because that is an enormous amount of force going downrange. That's a big mass. I mean, he's firing a cannon. It's a shoulder-fired cannon. Oh, hi, Rippy. You missed one spicy video. Higher than that, the plate just... True. It is entirely possible that it can just take the plate with it.
Before I dislocate my shoulder for your entertainment, I have something very cool to tell you about. This Saturday, I am going to be doing a meet and greet at the 511 store in Nashville, Tennessee. Right now, 511 is giving you 20% off when you use code 511KYB online or in any of their retail stores. This is valid June 12th through June 30th. Now, you can do your shopping online or in another retail store, or this Saturday, June 15th, you can swing by the 511 store in Nashville, Tennessee between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Meet me and pick up some last-minute Father's Day gifts. Just be sure to use code 511KYB to get 20% off. That is in any retail store or online up until June 30th or this Saturday when you come to meet me. Now, let's go damage my shoulder with the world's largest sporting rifle.
We're a little late to that. What line makes it a cannon? I believe 70 caliber and up. Let me quickly double check that. Let's see. I know that 20 millimeters are cannons, not rifles. I know that 1 inch is a cannon. I know that wall guns, which are like 75 caliber and up, but were built like a rifle, like what he has, were considered, you know, cannons. Cannon rounds start at 15 millimeters. So that is 59 caliber. Anything 59 caliber and up is a cannon. That actually starts way sooner than I thought it did. Like I said, I thought it was 70 caliber and up. Big ricochet badges. I have not seen Whistling Diesel's thing. I've heard of it, but I saw someone who was shooting at steel plates at like 200 yards, and the ricochet still came right by the person's head and actually destroyed the hearing protection he was wearing. And that was like 200 yards.
Okay, let's get this large firearm loaded up with a very large hollow point. Oh my gosh. I would not want to be that steel target right now. Woo! All right, it's time to ride the lightning. Oh,
that camera's not going to live.
Go.
Oh, he wasn't actually aiming at the camera.
Knock that thing over. Oh, holy cow.
That is bent and twisted. Okay, it did not go through.
I shot a steel target with the 4-bore and we snapped the 2x4 in half that was holding the steel target. Today, I was not using a target that utilized a 2x4. These are all steel and they are leaned forward. They are not meant to fall over. They are actually quite heavy, and it's very hard to get one of these things to actually tip over. I've never seen it happen before. But when we hit this with the 950 JDJ Fat Mac with a 2,600 grain lead bullet, it was like this thing was hit by an NFL linebacker. Look at this splatter. This is nuts. This is such a big area of damage, and this thing hit the ground really hard. Like, we tore up a lot of dirt. I was really hoping that we could find some of the bullet, but I don't think that's going to happen. It looks like it all just disintegrated. But the one thing that did not disintegrate was the energy. I mean, that is some real big bore energy. First table throw at the new range.
Yes. To be fair, the steel did survive. You have a point. You heard me. I thought it might actually go through, in spite being hollow point, but I'll accept the loss there.
Oh, dang it! Okay, I'm more of a
I just realized he now has 2 of them.
So if you're gonna use the world's largest sporting rifle and shoot some zombie torsos, I feel like you need more than one. today, we don't have one, but two Ballistic Dummy Labs zombie torsos. That was a really good slap. If you've never seen these before, they have lifelike flesh, bones, organs, and have been zombified with green blood. I've shot these with just about everything, but one thing we have not shot them with is a 950. And now we are gonna blast both of these things. What I'm thinking is, first we use the brass solid and we see if we can make it through both of them. And then whichever one is fresher will get moved to the front, and we're gonna hit it with the lead hollow point. And after seeing what it did to that steel target, I am very excited to see what our results are gonna be.
There's just no, Ballistic Dummy Labs is a company. I have actually communicated with them. They just make those things for lots of people, and will even make some custom stuff. Yeah, goodbye to those zombies. The amount of energy this thing imparts, I'm not sure how much is going to be left after hitting them with the solid one. Because, I mean, that's an enormous amount of energy transfer. Even if it keeps on going, that's mostly just because those can only absorb so much energy as they just vaporize.
Okay, here we go. Oh!
Yeah, the full skeletons is the whole selling point. I told you. I told you. That's just gone.
It doesn't look like there's much left of those zombie torsos. Also not much left of my shoulder. Okay, well, I may have needed more than 2 zombie torsos.
Yes.
Looks like zombie number 2 got it worse than zombie number 1. I've actually never seen it happen like this before. So we have a giant hole right here, and
I think I know why it went the, yeah. It takes a 950 JDG Fat Mac to actually blow a person's lung out. That is the caliber it takes. Not 9mm, 950. Yeah, what you just said there is what I'm saying. It's tumbling. It's just going so fast and so perfectly in the first one that it doesn't even have the chance to impart the energy. The moment it starts tumbling, the little bit of slowdown, that's when it starts putting energy in instead of just liquefying and going through, basically.
I want to add that the 950 JDJ is sighted in quite well. It is dead on. That is exactly where I was aiming. And then we have a pretty big hole out the back. Now here, we literally knocked this thing in half. Never seen.
Thank you for the ice cream.
Before. I've seen some really big energy transfers.
Well, LB24, thank you for the ice cream.
Shots from something to do this. I've never seen one just get knocked in half right off the bat. So I'm guessing we hit somewhere in here, and oh my gosh. Yeah, that's just, there's just nothing left.
No.
That's insane. I'm not really, maybe it's that hole. That's a pretty big hole. Wow, that is quite the crater. Holy cow. That's really deep. Okay, now it's time to hit what's left of those zombie torsos.
The Rippy one, thank you for the lemon. Yeah, the zombie torsos are very, very in terms of the noises they make. Which, the point is realism, minus, they're filled with green instead of red. But,
Really neat. Okay, now it's time to hit what's left of those zombie torsos with the 2,600 grain 950 JDJ hollow point. I'm actually kind of sad because I thought the brass solid would zip through both and then we'd still have plenty of zombie for this shot, but it looks like we're only gonna have one zombie. And here soon, we're gonna have no zombies. Okay.
This is going to vaporize on impact.
Oh! Wow! I don't know who felt that more, Mr. Zombie or me. Sinuses are all kinds of cleared out right now.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts just looking at it. Ugh. Yeah. That's a brutal one. New definition of chest.
Say that the 950 JDJ Fat Mac is the most destructive firearm I've had on the channel. I have never seen two torsos get this torn apart in just 2 shots. And that lead round is really doing a lot of damage. It completely destroyed this zombie torso and then continued on into the berm. I'm gonna try to flip this over. Oh dear, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's a lot of damage. A little unfortunate too, because these things...
We're gonna need a lot of flex tape. Yeah, a fortified... It is a literal cannon. It is a literal cannon. Yeah, it's functionally a bolter round, just without the fancy rocket to make it less miserable to shoot. That is probably the best way to put it. I was gonna say something else. Crap, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I actually stopped to say.
It's a lot of damage. A little unfortunate too, because these things are not cheap, and neither is 950 JDJ ammunition. So if you would like to support the channel and see more awesome videos like this, be sure and check out my clothing. There's a link in the description down below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. I really don't want to...
I remember what I was going to say. Notice how the sun has changed throughout this. He has been taking long breaks in between shots. He hasn't just lined up shot, fire, lined up shot, fire, lined up shot, fire. He has been taking long breaks in between shots. Also, for those of you who have never fired high recoil rounds or high concussive rounds, he is correct. Now, it doesn't need to be this big. But if you fire a fair range of full caliber rifle rounds, the shock and concussion will empty your sinuses. My nose is clearest on the days I fire my Mosin Nagant.
Below, and while you're this, be sure and check out my clothing. There's a link in the description down below. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. I really don't want to dig or put my hand here because of this guy. Look at that thing. I need to load up another round. It even has an egg sac. Ow! Ow! That is what is in my nightmares. Tarantulas and eggplants. Ah. Oh.
What?
Gosh. Okay. We got 2 zombie heads that are still good. So I say we set these things up and we take one more shot. What do you think? Please stop. Let's try the lightning one more time. Okay. Here we go.
Don't. Ow. Did he miss?
Oh. I think I may have just nicked them.
No, he didn't miss. Never mind. He almost missed, but no. I was very wrong. I was very wrong.
So I may have just nicked those zombie heads, but that still did a lot of damage. I believe this is contestant number 1. And number 2, well, number 2 is a lot worse off. So what I've learned today is the 950 JDJ Fat Mac is delivering a tremendous amount of energy to your target and also to your shoulder. Well, I think that's gonna conclude today's video. I missed my target. I know after today's video, you are not gonna be satisfied. You wanna see more 950. Well, let me know what you wanna see me blast with it next in the comment section down below. Oh, no! No!
Really?
Sometimes you just gotta go point blank. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure and give it a like and hit that subscribe button. Also be sure and follow me on all social media platforms. There's links to those in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. And I'll see you next time.
I just looked up how much those bullets cost. He is spending $225 per shot. He is spending $225 every time he pulls the trigger on that monster. Holy crap. That's the literal heavy meme. He is spending more than the heavy meme. He is spending more than the heavy meme. That gun spends more money than Sasha per bullet. Oh my god. Oh, but that's the solid ones. The hollow points are more, aren't they? What are the hollow points? Hollow points are available for special order only, price to be given. Holy crap. So the hollow points, we don't know, just that they cost even more than $225 per bullet. True. He is doing this one shot at a time by comparison, but oh my gosh, those cost more per bullet than a high point. You could buy a high point with cash left over every time you pull that trigger. You could buy 2 Altors. It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for 1 day. How far are we on the lemons? Total is 118 lemons. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the support, guys. I really wish the counter worked correctly. That rifle is brutal in so many ways. Well, I called it a rifle. It is a cannon. We have established that it is literally a shoulder-fired cannon. Huh. Cannons aren't regulated in the States. I wonder what the rules are around that thing. Interesting. Now, well, those are thoughts to ponder later in the shower. In the meantime, we have a third video before we actually get to the games. Because before it was said that one of the heaviest pastimes is digging up buried gold coins to turn his bullets, but maybe... I don't know. I don't know that much about Team Fortress 2. I just know a couple of the memes. What? Thank you, Up2. Have a car in celebration of Up2's new car that Up2 didn't want to have to buy, but did. Congrats on the new car. That is a full Ninjagini. That is 1,000 lemons. We are at 1,118 lemons. We are over the halfway point, and I really want to kick caffeine so that will actually show correct. I'm just gonna have to make a bar. Thank you. Thank you. Very thank you. I really appreciate the support and the help. Say collected old coins to melt down and make bullets such. Okay. That one has generated so much conversation. Just because of how bonkers that thing is. Alright, our third and final reaction, unless someone wants to head over to Tangia for the media share, is The Fat Electricians, the most comical invasion ever. How America captured Guam without landing a single shot. Oh boy. I don't think it's as spicy as the first one, but this could very well go back to being spicy.
Most of my videos are done on stories that I think would make great movies, and this one's really no different, except this one should be a Mel Brooks style comedy.
Oh boy.
Today we're talking about the chillest, most nonchalant invasion of all time when America acquired Guam, or when America acquired Guam the first time. But first, a word from our sponsors. This video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet. Okay, let me break this down for you. Father's Day is coming up, and your dad's back. It hurts, okay? A, he's been carrying you through life this entire time, and B, he's been suffering from a horrible case of dad wallet. I mean, look at this monstrosity. Your dad's old school trifold leather wallet. It looks like he's walking around with a Gutenberg Bible in his back pocket, and then every time he sits down, he's got that thing underneath one butt cheek. It's throwing his hips out of...
We're seriously shouting out to the Gutenberg Bible? Of all the things we could be shouting out to? Okay.
Gutenberg Bible in his back pocket, and then every time he sits down, he's got that thing underneath one butt cheek. It's throwing his hips out of alignment. It's no wonder his back hurts. I mean, this is ancient technology right here. Why are we still doing this? Every time your dad goes to pay for something, he has to pull this brick out of his back pocket, unfold a dead cow just to get to his credit card. Okay, it's some type of weird origami project. Get rid of it. Get your dad a Ridge wallet for Father's Day. They're 40% off right now, and then tell him to put it in his front pocket so his back feels better. So again, go get your dad a Ridge wallet for Father's Day, something he's actually gonna use for once. They're on sale right now. I'll have a link in in the description down below. Let's get back to the video. Our story takes place in 1898 during the Spanish-American War. Now, most people know almost nothing about the Spanish-American War, so real quick, oversimplified version of what's going on. America is basically the new kid on the block trying to establish itself as a world power, and the Spanish Empire has been struggling for a long time. And for the 3 years leading up to this, the Spanish colony of Cuba has been leading a revolution trying to kick out the Spanish. And America has been backing this revolution pretty much from the start for a couple of reasons. One, America at this point in time just doesn't like European colonial powers being anywhere near them whatsoever. And two, if they can beat up on the Spanish and make them kind of forfeit their empire, hopefully it'll create a power vacuum and America can fill that, thus becoming a world power. Because of that, America starts sending warships over to Cuba to protect American interests, aka they were probably giving a bunch of guns and ammo to the Cuban revolutionaries to fight off the Spanish. Then on February 15th, 1898, a US warship, the USS Maine, blows up inside the harbor in Havana, killing 268 American sailors and sinking to the ocean floor. Now, as we all know, this is like the biggest cardinal sin on the planet, fucking with America's boats. The problem is, we don't know who fucked with the boat, necessarily. So the US government and the US media get together and they're like, well, if we don't actually know who did it, we're just going to blame it on whoever is most convenient for us, that being the Spanish, because we want to go to war with them. So that's what they do. The US media pushes it out to the American people that the USS Maine was sunk by the Spanish. The American people are now pissed off, and now America declares war on Spain. Now, to be completely fair,
I have seen, it's been a while, but I did see a theory with showing schematics of the boat that strongly suggested, didn't confirm anything, it's just a theory, but did strongly suggest that the detonation was actually the result of a flash fire in the coal bunker. That embers could have been sucked into a coal bunker and detonated the thing.
the American people are now pissed off, and now America declares war on Spain. Now, to be completely fair, the sinking of the USS Maine is still controversial to this day. It has been investigated and studied and theorized to death at this point. I think the Spanish government, the American government did investigations right after it happened. The American government then did another investigation like 10 years later. Then they did another investigation in the 1970s, and then National Geographic's done an investigation, and it all comes down to nobody actually knows what happened, but there's two going theories. Theory number one, and the one that I believe in the most, is that it was an internal explosion, meaning that it was more than likely an accident, and the American government just took advantage of the accident as an excuse to enter the war. So why do I believe that? Well, it's Occam's razor. The simplest answer is probably the correct answer. The USS Maine is a coal-burning ship. Coal is combustible, and it emits methane, which is a flammable gas, and it's also full of black powder to be able to shoot the guns, and it's parked inside of a port of a country that is world-renowned for its cigars, okay? It's probably one big accident, and the crew fucked up, blew it up. Now, theory number two, and this is where all the conspiracy theories come in, it was an external explosion, meaning that it had to have been an underwater mine, meaning that somebody had to have deliberately blown up the USS Maine. Now, there's three parties involved, and it would have had to have been one of those three, obviously, right? It A, was Spain blowing up an American ship for supporting the Cuban Revolution. It B, was the Cubans knowing that America would assume that it was Spain so that America would join in and help them in the revolution. Or C, it was America blowing up its own ship in a false flag operation to have an excuse to enter the Spanish-American War. Now, out of those three, obviously A, the Spanish did it, is what the American government went with at the time, you know, so they could enter the war because they wanted to, basically using it as an excuse, or maybe they actually thought that, who knows. B, nobody actually really believes the Cubans did it, that's just, I don't know, like an offshoot theory. C, that America launched a false flag operation is a very trendy conspiracy theory that all kinds of people, including history teachers that I have went out and said. Now, I want to be very clear about this. There's zero fucking evidence to support this theory. Absolutely none. That's not true because it's actually the Cuban government's official stance that America did blow up the USS Maine, and even the statue in Havana honoring the USS Maine says that the crew were victims to imperialist greed. Yeah, and the Cuban...
It's the Cuban government that hates the United States of America.
USS Maine says that the crew were victims to imperialist greed. Yeah, and the Cuban government has no evidence to back that up, meaning that it's just an opinion. And guess what? I don't give a flying fuck about the opinion of the communist government of Cuba. And neither should anybody else, because when you have over 1 million people that flee your country by any means necessary, and I mean any means necessary, they're making their own boats, there's people that are hang gliding all the way to Florida. When you have people willing to do that to get away from your government policies, maybe, just yes, maybe you have bad ideas. I mean, literally hundreds of thousands of people have left in a singular year to go to Florida. Okay, Florida has more Cuban refugees than Wyoming has people. You're so stupid. If you would open a book once in a while, maybe you would know that Cuba is a communist utopia. They have free healthcare and a 99% literacy rate. Oh, so you're telling me all the smart, healthy people that were in Cuba looked around and said, yeah, fuck this, I'm moving to Florida? Maybe they were onto something. Okay, look, all I'm saying is I've never once heard of a Cuban refugee making it all the way to America and then getting told by some communist college student with skittle-colored hair, oh, hey, but you know how to read and there's free healthcare over there. And they're like, oh, fuck, you're right, I should go back. That's never happened.
Something he did not emphasize enough. They are running to Florida. Florida. They are using Florida as the safe haven. Just process that.
And there's free healthcare over there, and they're like, oh, fuck, you're right, I should go back. That's never happened. Well, the only reason that Cuba doesn't do that great is because America has an embargo on them. An embargo just means that America doesn't trade with you, okay? America's one nation, Cuba's one nation. There's 195 of them on the planet. Try doing business with one of the other 193. Okay, look, all I'm saying is it's really hard to claim to be the superior way to run the world when you can't get along without the capitalism there, okay? Right now, it's the geopolitical equivalent of a 20-year-old kid still living at home that's mad at mom and dad for making him get a job, and now he can't pursue his dream of being a Twitch streamer. Okay, because historically speaking, that's the only way that communism works, is when capitalists are funding it. And if you don't believe me, we can look at all the communist nations on the planet. Okay, there's 5 of them. We got North Korea, Cuba, Laos, Vietnam, and China. The only 2 that you can see from outer space at night are Vietnam and China, and I'm sure it's just a coincidence that they're also the only ones that have a McDonald's and a KFC on every fucking block. Okay, I'm calm.
What is that math? What? No, wait. Nope, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not getting into it. I'm
See on every fucking block. Okay, I'm calm. What was this video about?
Boy, that escalated quickly.
It jumped up.
It did.
It did, didn't it?
Sorry, the USS Maine. Very controversial. Regardless, it gets blown up. America uses that as the excuse or the reason to enter the Spanish-American War, declaring war on Spain. So one of the first things that America does is they get a hold of Commander George Dewey. He is the man that is in charge of America's Asiatic fleet, and they are currently stationed in Hong Kong. They go ahead and they give him the order, hey, take the Asiatic fleet from Hong Kong, sail it over to the Philippines, go into Manila Bay, and take the entire thing over, because the Philippines at this point in time is a Spanish colony. So that's exactly what George Dewey does. But before he leaves Hong Kong, he decides he is going to enlist the help of a man by the name of Emilio Alguinaldo, who is currently exiled in Hong Kong because several years prior, he had just led an entire revolution against the Spanish in the Philippines. Now, obviously, you do not see exactly where this is going because America's never, ever done anything like this, ever. You know, the definitely not a classic move where we encourage a guerrilla fighting group to overthrow its current government and then we end up fighting that guerrilla fighting group like 10 years later and it's just way worse overall. Anyways, yeah, that's basically what happens. Dewey shows up to Manila Bay with the Asiatic fleet. He takes over the bay almost immediately, at which point he sends Emilio ashore. He gathers up some revolutionaries and they're going to start fighting the Spanish way before the American troops ever even set foot on the ground. Now at this point, something unexpected happens. The German and the Japanese Navy show up pretty much for the same reason America's there. They also would like to own the Philippines. So now George Dewey just does not have enough men to go around because he has to keep all his men on the boats, potentially ready to fight the Germans and the Japanese in naval warfare if they want to do that, and now he doesn't have any American soldiers to go ashore and help out the guerrillas. So Dewey does the only thing he can do. He requests reinforcements, and it takes about 3 weeks for those reinforcements to even start heading his way. Captain Henry Glass is going to be departing from California in a U.S. cruiser known as the Charleston, and he is going to make his way over to Hawaii, where he is going to pick up and escort 3 troop transports completely full of American soldiers, and that is who is going to go ashore and fight the Spanish in Manila. So that's what he does. He goes to Hawaii.
That's not a lot of reinforcements for having 2 nations bearing down on you. Germany, I'm kind of in terms of the threat they present. We all know where Japan is on the threat-o-meter at this point in time.
Hawaii, picks up, and that is who is going to go ashore and fight the Spanish in Manila. So that's what he does. He goes to Hawaii, picks up the troop transports, and while he's there, he is given a sealed letter with orders directly from the Secretary of the Navy that he is only supposed to open once he gets underway and out of sight of Hawaii.
It's a secret mission in uncharted space. Let's go!
So now Henry Glass and the men of the Charleston are pumped. They get to go on a super duper top secret mission. So they get out in the open ocean, open up this letter directly from the Secretary of the Navy, and here's what it says. I'm not going to read all that. I'm just going to go ahead and summarize it for you. It essentially says, hey, on your way to Manila, make a quick pit stop in Guam and take it over real quick. It should only take you a day or two. Chop, chop, hurry the fuck up. So now the crew's super pumped. I mean, they wanted combat, and they just got orders to speed run an entire invasion and take over of another country while they're on their way to go invade and take over another country. It's like putting bacon bits on bacon. These guys love it. So the crew starts getting ready. They go and they dig through all the maps and books on the ship, trying to find out anything and everything they can about Guam. And according to the latest intel, granted, it's a couple years old, but damn it, it's the newest intel we've gotten. We've got to go off of it. There's going to be a Spanish warship there and a couple of forts guarding Guam. It is going to be a fierce fight, and we need to get ready for it. So they start training. They start taking barrels, empty crates, anything they can spare and throwing.
I think that I could be wrong, but isn't that intel like 150 years old? The warship literally is a sailing ship.
It overboard, and once it drifts a couple hundred yards away, they open fire on it with the guns for target practice. Throwing it overboard, and once it drifts a couple hundred yards, barrels, empty crates, anything they can spare, and throwing it overboard, and once it drifts a couple hundred yards away, they open fire on it with the guns for target practice. And this goes on the entire time, and then finally, June 20th, 1898, they arrive at Guam. It is early in the morning. They're going to attack at first light. 6 a.m. is when they are going to sail in and launch their assault. So it's early morning, it's foggy, the whole crew's on edge, they're ready for combat at any moment, and they're just coming up on Guam, and they're coming up on Guam, and finally through the fog they can make out a ship. It's got to be the Spanish warship, right? It's guarding Guam, and they get closer and closer, and right as they're about to open fire on this ship, it's a Japanese merchant vessel. Okay, that's weird, but I mean, what are you going to do? Just keep advancing, I guess, right? That ship and those forts got to be in there somewhere, so they keep advancing through the fog, and they keep advancing, and they keep advancing, and finally, they start to see the silhouette of one of the forts off in the distance through the fog. But the problem is the fort is built directly onto a cliff face, and it's so high that the guns on the ship aren't going to be able to actually fire at it. Well, now we've got a fucking problem, because the sun is fully out, and this fog is getting thinner and thinner by the second, so we're going to have to haul ass and try to get out of range of this fort as soon as possible. So that's what they do. They haul ass through this fog, trying to get out of range of this fort, and they do it. They don't get fired on.
Fort's in ruins. It's not even manned. I'm calling it now.
They haul ass through this fog, trying to get out of range of this fort, and they do it. They don't get fired on a single time. They made it through. Hooray. So now it's like broad daylight out, and they roll up on this second fort. And this fort, they're going to be able to hit with the guns. It's finally go time. We get to show off our expert marksmanship. So they roll up, and they just start bombarding this fort with fire. They shoot at this fort like 13 times, missed every single time, and they got zero return fire from the fort. The entire crew is just completely confused. What the fuck is going on?
I come here for a shootout, right? You don't be go get up. Go off. A shootout, right, is a fucking shootout!
So everybody looks to the captain like, Captain Glass, what are we gonna do? And he's like, I don't know. I guess we'll get ready to go ashore and take over Guam on foot, I guess. Nobody wants to fight us on the water, apparently, so start getting the whaling boats ready, get your kit on, we're gonna go do this. So that's what they do. The whole crew starts getting ready, and while they're getting ready, they start to notice that there's a bunch of people amassing on the beach that they need to go to. So they're like, oh shit, this is gonna go down. We're gonna get in a fight on foot on this beach. Fucking, it's go time. So
hey, those drunk Americans are shooting at our museums.
oh shit, this is gonna go down. We're gonna get in a fight on foot on this beach. Fucking, it's go time. So they're getting their guns and their kit ready. You know, the intro scene to every military movie ever right before the big mission is going on at this exact moment. And right then, a little tiny boat full of a bunch of Spanish guys rolls up and boards their ship. And the first thing the Spanish guys say are, hey, sorry, we didn't return the salute. We didn't have any black powder or guns ready to do that. And the Americans are like, what? What are you talking about? And they're like, the salute you did earlier where you like fired when you passed the port, you know, to salute us as a courtesy. And the Americans are like, no, dude, we're at war with one another. We just can't fucking aim, apparently. Come to find out, apparently Spain had just neglected to inform Guam that they were in fact at war with America. And this is horrible for the Spanish at this point because, well, the boarding party was actually like the welcoming committee / customs, and more or less they were just coming out to the American ship to apologize for not saluting and then make sure the Americans weren't about to bring any illegal contraband or diseases onto the island and let them know the rules of the land. And it ends up being a humongous issue for the Spanish in hindsight, because this welcoming committee was pretty much comprised of almost all of the Spanish officials on the island. Like, the entire Spanish government present was pretty much on that welcoming committee, with the exception of the governor and the treasurer. And then there was like one other dude that wasn't part of the government, but he was the biggest merchant on the island. His name was Francisco Portash, aka Frank. So they have basically just inadvertently turned over the entire government right off the bat. So at this point, Captain Glass is like, well, this is fucking perfect. And he picks like the 2 lowest ranking guys, writes a letter to the governor, and is like, hey, surrender. I've captured all of your government officials, and I have more men than you do. Why don't you just go ahead and call it a day? We don't need any violence whatsoever. They go off, and they're going to hand deliver that letter to the governor. So while they're going to deliver that letter, the other ones are still talking with Captain Glass, and come to find out, Frank the merchant is actually an American. He was born in Spain. He migrated to America in Chicago, where he became a U.S. citizen. He then met his wife, married her, moved to San Francisco, became an elevator technician, and then for some reason got a wild hair up his ass, moved to Guam, and became the most successful merchant there. And to be honest, he's pretty pumped that America's taken over, because he likes America more than he likes Spain. So he is still more than happy to help Captain Glass any way he can. And he's like, hey, here's the deal. Just tell me what you want. Let me go back. Me and the boys will start ferrying out whatever supplies you need, and we'll just sell it to you right here. You won't even have to go ashore. So Captain Glass is like, perfect. He lets Frank take one of his boats back, he gets his men, and they just start shuttling back and forth boatloads and boatloads of supplies for all the Americans to buy. And this is like my favorite part of the story, because it's just one of those things that you read and you're like, yep, that's too stupid to not be true. One of the Americans wrote in their journal, and I quote, Francisco's men sold fruit at astonishingly low prices. You could buy 3 bananas, 2 mangoes, and a pineapple for 1 cent, but one of the live monkeys cost 2 whole American dollars. It just goes to show you, war changes, but the men that fight it never do, because that's the most grunt shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay.
This is the complete opposite of Russia's cursed naval expedition. This is the complete opposite of that. It's just, we are still woefully incompetent, unable to hit anything, but we're just going to keep winning oh my god.
Okay, now cut back to the 2 dudes, men that fight it never do, because that's the most grunt shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Okay, now cut back to the 2 dudes delivering the letter of surrender to the governor. We'll call them Bob and Tom. Okay, Bob and Tom make it ashore. They start walking over to the governor's palace. They get about halfway there, and they notice that there's like 20 dudes pushing 6 brass cannons from the governor's house down the side of the road. And Bob and Tom look at each other, and they look at these guys, and they're like, holy shit, are we actually going to try to fight the Americans? And the guys pushing the cannons are like, what? No, we're just bringing these over from the governor's palace so we could return the salute to the Americans. And Bob and Tom are like, don't worry about it. Just put the cannons back. So they just keep going. They get to the governor's palace. They give him the terms of surrender, at which point the governor's furious, but
the only guns they have on the whole island. 6 brass Napoleonic era cannons. Oh my gosh.
also, they just keep going. They get to the governor's palace. They give him the terms of surrender, at which point the governor's furious. But also, I mean, what's he going to do? He's got 54 Spanish soldiers, and then Guam has a militia of 52 guys with no training. He doesn't stand a chance. He basically has to surrender. But here's the catch with this whole thing. Captain Glass's letter to the governor actually instructs the governor basically to just hop on a boat and report to the American vessel and turn himself in, and that's not going to fly with the governor, so he writes a letter back that has to get delivered to Captain Glass. And that letter says, and I quote, "It would give me great pleasure to comply with his request and see you personally, but as the military laws of my country prohibit me from going aboard a foreign vessel, I regret to have to decline this honor and ask that you will kindly come ashore, where I await to exceed your wishes as far as possible, and to agree to our mutual situations, asking your pardon for the trouble I caused you, and I guarantee your safe return to your ship. Very respectfully, Governor Juan Marina." Okay, so obviously this is a trap, right? The government's planning something. That's a stupid rule. Nobody would actually follow that. So the Americans get this letter, they read it, and Captain Glass is like,
"It's undoubtedly a trap."
Okay, so now the Americans fill up one whaling boat with Captain Glass and a bunch of soldiers, and then another whaling boat just completely full of soldiers. Captain Glass and his boat are going to go ashore, where they're ideally going to accept this surrender, but it's probably a trap. And then that other whaling boat is going to wait right offshore in case they need reinforcements for when shit goes down. But to the American surprise, the governor shows up with his 54 soldiers and then his 52 militia members, and he just straight up surrenders. So they take the governor as a POW, they take all the weapons away from the Spaniards, they take all of them as POWs, then they take all the weapons from the militia, and then they're just kind of like, you guys are from here. Go ahead and go home. We're just going to take the weapons. Get out of here. At this point, the governor is like, oh, hey, by the way, I wasn't able to find my treasurer, Jose Sixto. I have no idea where he is. Do you want me to send a search party to go find him so you can take him as a POW too? At which point, Captain Glass is like, I mean, this is a giant waste of my time, to be honest with you. No, I don't care. Let's just get everybody on the ship so I can leave. So they get everybody back to the ships. Captain Glass then takes a handful of Americans and sends them out to the fort that they had originally fired on, and they are instructed to fly the American flag over Guam because it is now a U.S. colony. So those guys grab a flag, hop in a boat, and they start sailing out to the fort. While that's going on, Captain Glass is telling everybody what happened. He's like, yeah, it wasn't an ambush. They actually did just straight up surrender. We took the governor as a POW, we took his 54 men as POWs, and then he had 52 militia members, but they were from Guam, so we just took their weapons and let them go home. At which point, one of the original guys from the welcoming committee, you know, the Spanish government, hears that, and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Technically, I was born here. I'm super duper Spanish, but I was born in Guam. Can I go home too? At which point, Captain Glass is like, yeah, fuck it, why not? Go ahead. Then Captain Glass looks over to Frank, the merchant, who's still there trying to sell as much stuff to the Americans as possible before they leave, and he's like, Frank, you're technically the only American here. I'm not going to leave any of my guys behind to run this place, so you're in charge, I guess. Now get off my boat and take not Spanish Guam guy with you. So Frank, his men, and the government official dude that's apparently from Guam all hop in their little boats and they go back over to Guam. By this point, the Americans have the flag flying over the fort. Captain Glass orders them to fire the cannon as a salute, and then the Americans start lowering the flag, and Captain Glass is like, these idiots are going to take the flag back with them, and we're going to colonize an entire island, and then we're not even going to leave a flag there so nobody knows that it's our territory. A little while after that, the American detail shows back up in their whaling boat with the American flag in hand, at which point Captain Glass is like, why? Why on earth would you take the flag down? And they're like, oh, shit.
The Marines!
About that. You want us to run back over there and hang it up? And Captain Glass is like, no, I don't. Just get in the ship. We're leaving. Just the complete dad energy of like, no, get your ass in the car. We're going to Manila. And that's it. They bounce. Just the most nonchalant, ridiculous invasion / capture of any territory.
The Marines, and they don't even have crayons yet to eat. Oh my gosh. This is a Navy operation. They're Marines. Of course that's what they're thinking. There, we flew the flag here. Now we can fly it at the next place we take over. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. While I'm paused here, let me see what I'm... what have I missed? I'm sure I've missed a lot. Stupid minute, yeah, like Russia. If you haven't seen the Russia's Cursed Adventure, that's fun. Yeah, Black Powder versus not M1 Garans. Yeah, Crags, maybe some Springfields. Hi, Blue. Yeah, maybe they're eating chalk. Chalk. They had chalk then. Maybe they're eating chalk. Oh my gosh. It's not as nutritious as the crayons, though. I hate how believable that is. I hate how believable that is. That they went out, said, okay, we flew the flag and brought it back. Looked it up, what'd you look up? They did have crayons. Okay, I take it back. They do have their crayons. It's still Marines being Marines, but at least they have their crayons. Oh my god.
Bounce, Chip, we're leaving. Just the complete dad energy of like, no, get your ass in the car, we're going to Manila. And that's it, they bounce. Just the most nonchalant, ridiculous invasion / capture of any territory ever. Okay, zero bloodshed. The Americans rolled up, captured the entire government, captured the entire military, put nobody else back in charge other than some random dude claiming to be an American that's named Frank, and then they didn't even give him like documentation or anything, just literally gave him the verbal, hey, you're in charge now. So Frank is literally just showing back up on the beach in a boat being like, hey, the teacher said I get to be the line leader, motherfuckers.
Beautiful morning. Keep it running.
Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you that I believe this is the first time that America created a gigantic power vacuum and then just left it completely unsupervised. But not to worry, I'm almost positive that America is going to learn from this mistake the first time and will never ever do it again.
You will be punished for your decadent ways on the first day of Radaman. You... wait a minute, wait, did I just say, what did I say, Radaman? Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, for real though, I need you guys to fully grasp how crazy this situation is for Guam, okay? Imagine
Oh my
you
gosh.
woke up tomorrow and the American government was gone. The cops, gone. The military, gone. Nobody knows what happened, and there's just one dude named Frank that said, hey, Joe Biden put me in charge. Fucking what?
What's your response to that, sir?
I don't want to say what I'm thinking. Oh, night, Mimi. I don't want to say what I'm thinking about that scenario he just put up there. Nope, we're just going to keep going.
You know what? No, I'm going to be optimistic.
I hate that that's
this
real.
is going to go great. This is a recipe for success. So Captain Glass and the Americans make their way over to Manila. They're going to reinforce Dewey. They show up, and honestly, they're probably not even really needed as far as overthrowing the Spanish goes, because Emilio went ashore. He started an entire revolution all over again, and they have been laying siege to Manila for weeks at this point. So the Spanish government knows that they're going to have to surrender. There's no way they can win this now, but they would way rather surrender to America because America is a world power, and they don't want to have to surrender to a local revolution because that would be bad for their colonial empire street cred. So the Spanish leadership of Manila goes to Admiral Dewey and they're like, hey, hear me out. We want to surrender just to American forces, so we have to get in a battle with just American forces. We're proposing that we have a fake mock battle for funsies. We'll like choreograph it
There we
and
go.
load our guns. It'll just be for show, and we'll surrender only to American forces and keep our reputation intact, and you guys get to take over Manila. What do you say? The Americans obviously agree because not dying is cool, and that's what they do. They have this enormous mock battle and nobody has loaded guns, and obviously nobody told the guerrilla fighters because, well, that was the entire point, and then some of them joined in and their guns definitely were loaded, and 49 Spanish soldiers ended up getting shot, and then the Spanish started returning fire because they didn't know what was going on, so then 6 Americans got shot and killed. But other than that, the mock battle was kind of successful, I guess.
Yeah, I stabbed him in the heart. I saw that. Brick killed a guy. Yeah, there were horses and a man on fire.
So the Spanish surrendered, America takes over Manila, and the Spanish-American War would be concluded in December of 1898, and that would end with America now having Guam and Puerto Rico as colonies, and then they would also purchase the Philippines from the Spanish for $20 million. And needless to say, Emilio Aguinaldo, the Filipino revolutionary, is fucking furious, you know, by the whole lack of Filipino independence and whatnot. Understandably so, which pretty much immediately leads into the Philippine-American War that started like a month later in February of 1899, and the whole thing is just a timeless American classic. America gets guerrillas to do the dirty work for them, guerrillas overthrow government, now America has to fight the same guerrillas. It's history repeats itself. Anyways, back to the main focal point of the story, Guam.
Welcome, Shadowbug. Thank you for following.
1st, 1898, when Henry Glass left. Nobody's been there since, okay? An American vessel finally pulls up on January 1st, 1899. And when the Americans got there, the island was literally on the brink of civil war. Like, they were standing there with guns ready to open fire on one another when they noticed the American vessel pulling up, and they decided to postpone till tomorrow. So the Americans show up and they start trying to figure out what's going on. Both sides of this seemingly about to break out civil war plead their case, and essentially when Frank showed back up to the beach and said, hey, I'm in charge now, some people didn't really give a fuck. Imagine that. And the one person that cared the least...
Hi, can't believe it. By the way, Picard. This stupid thing isn't scrolling. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I got one. This stupid chat isn't scrolling. I am so sorry if that's you, and I haven't been responding. All right. Are there any other chats that aren't scrolling that I can? Video took the island without fire. Well, technically they fired. They just didn't hit. Eager Beaver's old 666. Yes, that's fun. Captain of USS Washington. Have I seen that? Crowns invented in 1903. Okay, so I've scrolled down to the bottom. I will have to periodically check to make sure Picardo is scrolling correctly. Gah. So sorry about that. So sorry about that. I hate I hate accidentally ignoring people. I don't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. So I was gonna say something as well about the mock battle. Oh yeah. So that's actually a legitimate concern of the Spanish about the idea of losing to a local colonial force. Captain used the Washington's main guns as sniper rifles. I think I might know something about that. You might be onto something there. So when you look at the history of the British Empire, them losing to the United States, and yes, I know France helped and got involved and sent troops and started naval warfare. Spain helped with some naval warfare and supplies, but it was seen globally, and France wanted it to be this way, a loss to the American colonies. And you'll note that that is really what started the chain reaction. It took a long time, but when you really look at how the British Empire collapsed, as it were, that's really what set off its colonial collapse, was losing to its colonies, and then everyone else saying, hey, we can do something about this. Because think about it. At the time, 1770s, the British military is seen as they're the greatest troops in the world. They're unstoppable. By the time they're going to war with Napoleon 60 years later, they are England sees its troops as the scum of the earth, being prodded in the battle by the whip, by threat of being hung. They are press ganging troops. They are no longer the greatest military force by training. They are the greatest military force by force. So, yeah, Spain had a very, very good reason to say, no, we want to surrender to a country that people see as a country. We don't want to surrender to a colony, because if this colony beats us, all our other colonies are going to start beating us. Started to write. True. I keep every time I think Napoleonic Wars, I think the end of the Napoleonic Wars. You are correct. But yeah, it's technically no, I'm not going to get into it. We need to finish the video. But yeah, Spain had a really good point, is the point I'm trying to make with that.
Seemingly about to break out civil war, noticed the American vessel pulling up, and they decided to postpone till tomorrow. So the Americans show up and they start trying to figure out what's going on. Both sides of this seemingly about to break out civil war plead their case, and essentially when Frank showed back up to the beach and said, hey, I'm in charge now, some people didn't really give a fuck. Imagine that. And the one person that cared the least was actually the treasurer that got left behind, which makes sense. He was the last person part of the Spanish government, so in his perspective, he probably should have been in charge. Unfortunately, he was also the only person that had keys to the treasury, and he made the executive decision that he was going to go ahead and give him and all of his buddies an 18-month advance on their salary, basically bankrupting the entire country. So because Jose and all of his buddies had all the money, they basically had all the power and they were essentially in charge, and this went on for a little while, and then eventually Frank and some of the other people there got mad and started a pro-America group, and things started to escalate and escalate and escalate, and eventually war was about to break out, and then the Americans finally showed back up. So the Americans audit the treasury, determine that Jose did in fact steal all the money. They order him to pay it back, and then the American captain appoints a man by the name of Joaquin Perez to be the governor. He picks out his own cabinet, and now Guam actually has a government. At which point the American ship captain basically informs the new Guam government that they are under the authority of the United States Navy. Anything that was Spanish lands is now American lands, and other than that, here's your American flags, we're gonna fucking dip out. And then the Americans left again. They don't hear anything for a couple more months. Randomly another American ship shows up, but they go to check him out. He's just there to pick up coal. He picks up some coal, he leaves. A couple more months pass, nothing exciting happens, and then one day a Spanish military ship shows up, and this is where the pucker factor kicks in, because the Americans took all the weapons and the people of Guam can't defend themselves, so basically they're just gonna have to switch flags again. But to their surprise, the Spanish actually didn't want to try to take over Guam again. They were just there to pick up some of their military equipment, and they had permission from a U.S. Army general, at which point the new government of Guam goes, oh, that's unfortunate because we are directly under the authority of the U.S. Navy. I don't give a fuck about the U.S. Army. Get off my island.
no.
And that's it. They kick the Spanish off their island
No.
and don't let them take their stuff back. And then finally, in August of 1899, another American ship shows up. The captain of that ship declares himself the military governor of Guam, and from that point forward, Guam is basically administered as if it were a U.S. warship. There is a captain in charge. He has a crew stationed with him there, earning it the nickname the USS Guam, and it would remain functioning in that fashion until 1941, when it was attacked by the Japanese during World War II, and then America would reclaim it in 1944, thus
The first time was way
yet another
easier.
reason as to why you do not fuck with America's boats. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is to go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang, out.
Oh my gosh, that's such a mess! U.S. has only invaded twice, 1812, yep. Japan, World War II, 2 islands off territory of Alaska, and then the Alaskans got mad. Bit about the British soldiers are there in 1776. Well, okay, they were starting to fall, but they were still seen as a terrifying force. Mexico invaded twice. Okay, yeah, Mexico and Confederacy does technically count. Spanish collapses colonial powers because they're greed and the fact that there might. Yeah, okay. You are correct that that's what caused them to collapse, but I'm just saying that their fear over the idea of losing to a colony was legitimate. Are we sure we took all our Marines off? Because it sounds like Marine logic. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. Should watch on 77th Division. I will keep that in mind. We do have a media share through Tangia. You can. What was I gonna say? Crap. This whole reaction has been a mess, which is appropriate given the thing we're reacting to has been one giant mess. Holy crap. This is the most comical invasion. How America captured Guam without landing, not without firing, a single shot. Oh my gosh. That's such an incredible mess. I don't even... Holy crap. Where is it? You were talking about U.S. Marine being pulled off after taking... yeah. They said that the Marines were pulled out, at least. He said that the Marines were pulled out, which I'm prepared to believe. I'm prepared to believe that the Marines were told, okay, get back on the boat, we're going. With the flag, that's it, with the flag. When they raised the flag, then took the flag down, they were like, oh, do you want us to go put it back? No! That was when we said that he said that they took the Marines with them. Double checking the scroll because that's not working right, apparently. Yeah, that was a whole different kind of disaster. I don't really know that I have a reason to react to the Russian failed voyage unless you guys want me to, but it's basically that, only we are winning. Have we done the British taking Zanzibar yet? We have not done the British taking Zanzibar. Oh my gosh. There's so much to process. He's great at this though, because he does make these relatively short videos that are hyper dense. Okay. We are at the roughly I started a little late. We are roughly at the 2 o'clock. 2 hour, our usual halfway point time. I think I might want to take a short little break just to sort of process and decompress. Try to eliminate my hyperness just a tiny bit. Bring it down just a little. Afterwards, we are going to move on to the games. Yeah, I do need more to drink as well. Yeah, stretch all those break things. I will be back in a couple minutes. Let me see. I'll pull up the Stardew Valley music before we go, so that you guys have something to listen to and don't have to just sit here in silence. How's that for a plan? All right, we're just gonna get rid of that. Where's Stardew Valley? I'm struggling to just okay, switching over to phone. Well, you're gonna have a couple minutes. Fat Electrician's video on Willis Ching Lee is one I would highly recommend. I think that's who Shadowbug was talking about. Yeah, I think so too. So he's the captain of the USS Washington and revolutionized ship combat. Yep, that's him. Okay. It's 11:53 Eastern. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to say it like it's a time. We are definitely talking how many hours in we are to the stream, not the time. So, yeah, I will be back in a couple minutes and we're actually going to play some games unless you guys like actually use the Tangia for media share for once. Poke. Anyways, I will be back in a couple. See you guys then. Streaming for... Yeah, well, this is my usual, like, midstream point. Is kind of what I was trying to say there. I normally start on the hour. I was a little late today. All right, let me just do a quick look around. You know I'm doing stuff right now. Go away. Hello, welcome. I saw you in Blue Kitty stream. All right, now, what's broken? Man, Twitter just doesn't want to work. I don't know why I keep trying to stream to Twitter. It just refuses to work. Okay, that's working at least. Okay. So, Twitter's the only thing that's broken down tonight. Ricardo, are you working correctly? You have to manually scroll down periodically now. Make sure. Keeps breaking why I stream there. I don't know. I'm gonna stop soon. It's getting ridiculous. Hello? Why are you not popped up? There we go. Spirits are in good humor today. Have a little extra luck. I'll take that. Blackberry season. Haha, free food. Right, and you need your basket. Yeah, I don't know why I keep trying to stream to Twitter. I am going to stop soon. Because it's just getting old. Ah, thank you for the ice cream, Blue Kitty. Very appreciated. It took me half a second to realize we're harvesting cranberries. It's money time. It is money time. We're gonna be rich. Money, 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 money. All right, I'm going to leave 3 cranberries here. And 3 apples. All right. As well as some amaranth. Some grapes. Gotta put those away, sell the rest. We are going to make so much money. We are going to make so much money. What? Okay, we just have a giant mushroom. Welcome! Oh, right, now I gotta plant more stuff. So about this greed streak you have, it was only for fictional currencies, Your Honor. I mean... Hold on, why is this... Up to... Yeah, we could chop down the giant mushroom. Why are some of these... Bear. What is going on? Do I have any more seeds to plant? No, I think I planted everything I have. Because those are just, those aren't, I don't think, gonna grow. I've clearly missed something. Be cute if it get little mushroom cap hat from it. Well, we're turning around and do that. Because you had a storm and there was nothing planted there to keep them dug. 100%. I thought I kept all my stuff planted. The chicken is over here. I'm gonna check in on things over here. We have a barn! Barn. All right. Well, we're gonna get to immediately use all of our, all of the money that we're going to earn buying farm animals. Okay, yeah, we have the large goat milk, so we need cows. We need cows. What else do we need? I'll worry about chopping that thing later. We're gonna go around. We're gonna... Oh. Gonna go around, make sure we get the animals first. What few that we can. Assuming Marnie's here. Marnie! Alright, we're gonna cycle back. Please. Please. Hurry! Can I make you speak? Can I use this trick on you? I can! No! 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 Marnie, you're awful. Why did he have to come out of the right then? Seriously. That timing was awful. Alright, what can we grow fairly quickly? Eggplants, I guess? Bonk choy? We could get a bunch of bonk choy as nice, quick things to plant. Oh no, it's only the 8th. Never mind. We can afford to do some slower things. Heck, we can afford to do a bunch of cranberries. That's a lot of money, but we're going to make a ton of money. So we're going to have some spare to keep filling in since they only take 7 days to grow. I have some speed grow, I think. We can use that. I do not have speed grow. I do have fertilizer. Can I make speed grow? Pine tar and moss is speed grow. And oak and bone fragment. Haha. I knew I was saving that stuff for a reason. Let me sell this stuff and we'll get going. Aha. Okay. Bone fragments. And oak resin. Oh, I'm not... okay, I don't have a lot. I can make a little. Okay, I think that's actually all the spots I needed, so I just have a bunch of extra now. Gee, I hope I get more I should get more tappers is what I should do. Okay, so that takes care of that. Yeah, sure, let's See if Marnie has decided to work, and then when we come back, we'll chop down the mushroom. You have been staring at that microwave for the past 4 hours. I believe the basket's over here too for Linus. I may be wrong. I am probably wrong. I'm usually wrong. Man, the curly trees are like, hey, feel like having just a little bit of creepy? Could have sworn the basket was over here. Okay, it's just gonna be eerily quiet, I guess, for the rest of tonight. Um... Yep. All right, let's chop down that mushroom. Okay, so it gives you a ton of little mushrooms. Ah! Linus wants a red mushroom. The axe is... The scythe hasn't and hoe haven't been upgraded at all. Let's give Linus his mushroom. There. Here's what I owe you. Thank you. That was a really easy one, thanks to that. There, he just bought one of my packs of cranberries. We have a ton of these for once, so we're just going to get a little bit more money. That is why we grow cranberries. That is why we grow cranberries. There is a method to my madness. Rain tomorrow. Yay! And the spirits hate me today. Dear Rogue, 1 week from today we are holding the Stardew Valley Fair in the town square. It's the biggest event of the year, drawing people from all across the country to our humble town. If you'd like, you can set up a Grange display for the event. Just bring up to 9 items that best showcase your talents. You'll be judged on the quality and diversity of your display. The fair starts at 9 a.m. Don't miss it. Mirlos. Right, I should have made sure to keep a couple of the gold star things. Okay, I have a gold star of those 2 things. So that's cranberries and corn, at least, that we can do that with. Oh, the chickens. Yes, the chickens probably have some great. They usually, I think they're laying at iridium level. Hello, welcome. Where's the other chicken? Where's the other chicken? I need to pet it. Apple is of normal quality. What just happened? Up 2! When did you even do that? I wasn't... Up 2. Alright, I'm just going to keep them here in this because of... storing and not forgetting, hopefully. All right, let's try Marnie earlier. Yeah, for those of you wondering what just happened, there are redeems in the channel Bot Tricks point store. Up to is having fun. Marnie! Get out here! Sell me some animals! I'm hoping I can glitch my way in. I don't think this is gonna work. Marnie, get to the counter! Get... There's your shorts! Get... Pick up your own shorts! You're all terrible, and I hate you. Alright, I'm doing a community center run. Oh, do I have goldfish? Aha, I do have some goldfish. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm up to, I think, 7 items out of 9. Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna drop these off at the community center. You know what? I might as well open stuff while I'm here. Okay. So these things can be taken and opened at the blacksmith. So I'm just gonna pay him to open a bunch of these geodes and boxes and see what I get. I think that's everything. Afterwards, we go to the community center. We deposit some stuff and see where that gets us. Hold up, no. I can open all the stuff. I can upgrade the axe. Then I go to the community center. I have just enough to upgrade the axe. Hello. All right. Open things. Yep, appreciate you stopping by. Okay, sure. I just got a computer out of a rock. I got 2 computers out of a rock. Why is gold a bad noise? Rocks, I understand. Oh my gosh. Sit. What? Sure. I opened a mystery box and got 3 more mystery boxes. Ooh, pumpkins. All right, now that I've opened all that. Steel X, finally. All right, you better give me some good stuff for this. Thank you for the man in blue, kitty. Would you stop making bad noises at me? Really? Thank you. Book of Mysteries, get more. Alright, let's find out. Slightly better chance to find mystery boxes. Oh my gosh. Okay, more pumpkin seeds. And a rare crow. How is some... You're all useless. I'm going to the community center. I can't give him the ancient drum. I guess I already gave him one at some point. Really? I have the stuff for this and I completely forgot about it. Okay, 25. I can't do. I can get these 3. I spend most of my money, but then all the new cranberries are going to make me money. I do like cake. I am a fan of cake. Up to is making himself feel better with all this. Up to is a bigger fan of cake, clearly. I don't know. It's a little hard to tell what change that was. Yeah, Up to is having a great time. You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna immediately turn around. Oh, suddenly there's a ton of people showing up. Hi, all new peoples. I have redeems. You can see what some of them do. This is gonna be my thumbnail on YouTube. I just know it. For now, we're just gonna put this stuff away since I don't know what else to do with it. Okay, that takes care of a lot of stuff. Okay, I've got a lightning rod there. Let's put a lightning rod over here. It's gonna rain tomorrow. I should close the chicken thing once they go inside, because I can hear them clucking around outside. Oh, right, I can't chop down trees. There goes that plan. I was gonna do something productive. Tappers are wood and copper. Fantastic. I have too much wood. All right, we're going to put one on this tree. So we need a pine and a little leaf. So we'll use this pine. I can't reach that. I want it to be someplace relatively close. Not big leaves, I need little leaves. Another little leaves. Guess I'm waiting for stuff to grow. Okay, I think that's everything I can and should need to get done tonight. All right. +1 axe proficiency, +1 wild berry harvesting. I can now create farm warp totems. I can now create tents. I can now create survival burgers. Okay, that was not near as much money, but it was also not near as many cranberries. Launcher's back. Storm tomorrow. Spirits like me. Oh, wait. Wood skip. Nope, wood skip is the secret forest any season. Nothing today? I need access to the secret forest really badly. What are you? Cool. All right, give me a sec. 10 squats. Let me get this stuff done while I'm thinking about it, and then we'll do the squats. Okay. Be nice if we had some music. So Update decided to wait until all the huge mods were on. Then, okay, squats. Wait, where's my weights? Where'd I put my weights? Where are my weights? Here are my weights. All right, 10 squats as requested. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ten squats as requested. Okay, so we're gonna check in with Marnie. You need to check out the store sometime. I've got exercises there. Thank you, up to. Good grief. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate. Up to the spirit never dies. Come on, Marnie. Thank you! Hmm. We should probably get at least one more. We are not naming our cow Rice Bear. Rice Spider. No. Mooster. We could get all four animals and just hope that, you know, hope that one of them does. Yeah, we're gonna do four. Kumo is spider, Kuma is bear. We're running out of time. We're doing 4 cows because we need the large milk. Would you buzz off? Vanilla is not bad. And our 4th cow. Snilly. Really? I'd look over to chat again for names. Or are you out of ideas now that I've shot down Rippy? Now that I've shot down Xaifax. Herdontus? What? Oh, herd. Got ya. Yeah, well, they're all gonna be girl cows. Oh no. Really? I probably should actually make, like, a redeem for... Like, I know that some VTubers have, like, a 5-time redeem. Here's looking at you, Cyberlazu. Oh, crap. I wanted to buy stuff. Other stuff. Please don't be closed yet. Please don't be closed yet. Your hours are awful. Oh, crap. Okay, I can come back for the heater. I know I need the milk pail. I have one heater, but I need a second one. I need a heater for the chickens and a heater for the cows when winter hits. So I only need to buy one. But I do need to buy one. Problem is I have great luck and I can't fish for the stuff I need. So I guess we're probably going down to the mines again. Mines it is. Really? Ha! All right, Stepper. Up to has been saving points for a long time. Just not redeeming anything. All right, 10 on the little mini stepper thingy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I gotta be honest, I'm kind of happy for the exercise things. They're there for a reason. They help me exercise. It's just kind of like, now? Really? Right, down here's where I died, but I also didn't have any food. I mean, I could technically just make a ton of stairs and go down the rest of the way. But I want to save all my stone for going down the to the bottom of the what's it called? The Skull Cave. I'm supposed to have a good luck day today. Well. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. I don't remember this deforming quite that way. Oh. Huh. I think I might know why it's doing that. Gold! There's gold in my here. I cannot do the prospector voice. I can't really do voices, sadly. I used to be able to do some voices. I was actually gonna be a voice actor on one of those like YouTube animation projects. Sadly, things fell apart. It was one of the early animation projects too, so it wasn't gonna be like the absolutely insanely good ones. Well, no, I don't know. Maybe it would have been. Man, now I'm even more sad that it fell apart. I was gonna have fun with that. Space boots. Spoots, as it were. Hey, Rippy. Uh-oh. Rippy's on Twitch. Rippy's playing. Oh! Oh! I'm gonna use a cherry bomb here. Uh-oh. I made a mistake! No, I didn't. Alright, Rippy's at least got rid of a little bit of gut that was forming. Yeah, as much as I need resources, we are starting to run low on time. We're aiming for the bottom. We're not going to get there tonight, but that is the plan. Thank you. Yeah. Aha! Man, maybe we will make it. It is a good luck day. Well, that's a little concerning. Now, question. Currently, the cake is set to the thighs, but I do have an independent, well, no, we can call that dump truck, can't we? For the actual backside. For more redeems. Oh, cake is set to belly? Oh, right, chicken is set to thighs, got ya. By the way, you guys would not imagine the absolute mess that these redeems have to be in order to make them work. Because they don't use Twitch integration, where it's just Twitch says this, so do it. That's why it takes so long for me to get new ones out. Come on! We're not gonna make it. We're not gonna make it. Floaties, very appropriate. Thank you for the follow. We're out of here. We're not gonna make it. It's gonna be too late by the time we're going to bed. Can I sell this? Are they still open? Can I sell that? Okay, I think that's everything. Yes, I know it's getting late. Shut up. Oh, no, I don't want to sell the insect head. I do want to sell that. Yeah, I want to add a couple more levels. You guys have seen some of the most extreme levels of some of this stuff. Want to add some more general redeems and things. It's just, it takes a lot in order to get... Oh, wait, no, I'm going to need that in a sec. Just takes a lot to put it all together. Plus, like I said, I have a ton of new stuff currently in the works that I hope you guys will enjoy. Fingers crossed. Yes, yes, I know. Again, I don't know if any of them will qualify as truly good thank yous for the donation stuff, but I hope that they will. Just make a redeem labeled suffer. Oh. Transmute gold. Yeah, not a lot of money today, but that's gonna change. I'm gonna do one more day and then maybe just a tiny bit of dredge. Where's the transmutes? Oh, I can't transmute down? Gusts of wind, cloudy. Spirits love me, we're doing more mines. Right, lots of salmon. Speaking of haha. Speaking of hi-ho, an absolutely amazing rendition of that song of all things was done by, I can't pronounce the name, Clavumdi de Profundus or something like that. Help me remember I need to go plant stuff there. Oh, I got a lot of stuff to plant. Gold broccoli, indeed. We are on our way to victory. I do not, in fact, have pumpkins. Oh, for planting the pumpkins, got ya. I do need to plant the pumpkins. It's probably way too early, but we're gonna find out. Oh well, level 3 of things tend to glitch out in weird ways. Yeah. Wait. How far behind are you? Up to no good. Is too young to produce milk. Ah, slow type. Yeah. fair that the bigger ones tend to break things, but this is breaking in a new way, and I was trying to figure out what was going on. I think I know. I really should have put the barn closer. All right, we're gonna have a lot of gold stuff to pick from this time around. Cranberries and pumpkins. Yeah, let's do the pumpkins. Got a ton of cranberries already. Might as well fill things out with pumpkins. I thought I had more things to replant. Did I not? Okay, with that, make lots of pumpkin pie. Not as good as cake, but good. Yeah, I'm kind of on pumpkin pie. Cake is where it's at. Subtle. All right, we're gonna see if we can finish out the mines. Is my axe not done yet? I missed the notice, apparently. Did you redeem 2 cakes? Or 3 cakes? Or something? Okay. I don't... Guy. Okay, sure, we'll just start with a diamond. Sure! Why not? My goal is not resources, it is bottom of the well. Admittedly, if I can get resources, I'll take them while I'm at it. Up to no good has been hoarding points and has redeemed a ton of stuff. That's what you've walked into. Bottom of the well. Ah. Bottom of the well, we are done. At least for the moment. Technically, we're not done because we now have to create a ton of staircases and try to bum rush down to the bottom of the Skull Cavern before the end of winter. That means using our big bombs, our little bombs. That means just putting everything into getting to the bottom. Probably do some. I'll decide what I'm doing after. Okay, well, that's easy. I need 25,000 gold, and then I get the bus, and then I storm. What does it take to make stairs? Staircase 99 stone. Are you kidding me? I thought stairs would. Oh no, this is gonna be miserable. I can. Ooh, wait, no. Oh well, I'm happy about something else. I can get the hardwood. I can get the wood skip. Okay. Just gonna leave those there. We've got that. We got the axe. I'm gonna take a warp totem farm so I can push my limits here. I need a weapon. Fishing food. I need fishing food. I don't have fishing food. Darn it. Oh, admit I've watched a few of your reaction vids, Xai, so you're in my feed now. I was not expecting this kind of shenanigans. Yeah, up to tends to wait. Up to is nice enough to not generally ruin the reactions with this kind of shenanigans. That is very appreciated since those do also then get cut up and put out independently. Also, Up to has definitely been hoarding for a while and kind of been planning this absolutely insane, well, let's call it what it is, inflation. I need 150 of this stuff. There's got to be a better way to do that. Wrong thing. No. All right, wood skip. Wood skip. I have great luck today. Give me the wood skip. Hope you don't have an alternate model. It's in clown getup. Otherwise, I'm done for. No, no clown stuff. I'm a little confused about the clown thing, but yeah. Why clown specific? Or don't I want to know? I probably don't want to know. Come on! Would you? Wall basket. Oh my gosh. Wood skip. We have, in fact, achieved our goal. I only need one. I'm not worrying about it. Now all I need to do is buy a puffer fish. Because it's way too late to fish for them. I don't know. Up to you kind of had a little bit of trouble with My Friendly Neighborhood. Which is admittedly Resident Evil with Muppets. So, you know, Resident Evil. Oh my gosh. No, no! Hop! How much wood could wood skip if a wood skip could skip wood? Everyone's just gone into an argument over the Muppets. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I missed harvests. I missed harvests. No, I need to make money. All right. I think that's going to be our last day in Stardew Valley. Let's do just a tiny bit of dredge to finish the night, and then off we go. It's going to be a big earning day. All right, let's do a tiny bit of dredge. And then off to bed, I guess. Well, me edit, then bed. I still don't know what it'd be. I keep saying that, but it doesn't help. What to reward for making donation goals? Oof, got off work at 1:40 in the morning. That hurts. I'm sorry, you have my sympathy there. Oh yeah, up to would have trouble with the dark crystal. All right, exercise time. Have a good night and rest well. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, that moved some dust out with that. One second. Okie dokie. Stepper done. Back to the game. All right, delivering flags. Have a good one. I forget what we were doing. Oh yeah, we were just looking for stuff to finish before taking what's his name there, I guess. We haven't been to these islands, I think. Need more tablets. I've done nothing with any of these. I mean, okay, I can go get a rare fish. Because I'm going to down here. Because I know there's a rare fish there. That's going that way. Let's get a rare fish. Why am I already going insane? Oh, right, I don't have a net anymore. Nope, you leave me alone. Oarfish acquired. Where am I going for this? Splendorous crested sea serpent. The length of its massive body catches the light, shimmering with iridescence. I can't remember who I'm taking the oarfish to. Why do I not have lights? Where is the researcher? Was it Ingfell? Am I taking it? I don't think I'm taking it over here. I think it's over here. Oh, for the traveling merchant. I'm here. How do I give you this? Ah. I found an oarfish. Wait, do I not need to give you this? I did find a gulper eel. And whatever that is. Goliath tigerfish. I have apparently not found a Goliath tigerfish. Murky, swampy waters. How have I not found that? I thought I got everything at the swamp. Okay, if I don't need to turn it in, great. Just make a ton of money off of it. Sure. Okay, so I'm using these, which are 9.5 per unit. This is 52.5 for... I'm going to assume the U shape. So that's 45, 46, 47 and a half. Okay, so that is a little bit faster if I use this with that. I think. Yeah, it's 47.5 to 52 to 52.5. That's 5 knots faster. And I have to do that in order to get that, so I need another 7. Is it worth it? I mean, I like the redundancy of being able to do this, you know? That if I take damage, I only lose 1 instead of a whole unit. But is it worth it just going for the speeds with what we're doing right now? I mean, given how much engine room I have, I might as well, because then, even then, if I do lose this, I'll still have so many engines to limp around on. We'll just go for maximum speed. Alright, you need me to catch Swampy Thing. Which is exactly in the opposite direction of where I am. Alright. Yeah, if I'm trying to do these last-minute quests, I might as well try to maximize speed so I can just zip around wherever I need to go. We're probably going to finish this game very, very soon. Which means I need to figure out what's coming after this. Because this is the game I don't know what I'm doing anything afterwards. For Stardew Valley, when we finish our run, we're going to do Harvest Moon, then Sunhaven. For Steel Rising, we're doing Lies of P. For Chrono Trigger, I was thinking that the next game should be Ocarina of Time. What do we do after this one? The monster's gone here. We killed it. Gar, really? Really? It's gonna be a night fish. It doesn't. I mean, I've got a ton of different games that I want to play. The question is, you know, what kind of stuff can I get into? Because I'd like to keep things that will allow me to keep on a reasonable rotation as well. Given we're probably going to finish this game next weekend. Another reason up to waits to do things makes more likely appear in a thumbnail. Yeah, that's true. It is. They're probably going to finish this game next weekend. And in fact, we may make that a goal and just play this game first. Yeah, I might look at throwing some stuff out for votes then. That's a pretty good idea, Blue Kitty. So we're going to finish this next Friday, one way or another. And then do Stardew Valley with whatever time is left. I need something that I haven't caught yet. I'm sorry, what? What? That's salvage. I don't need salvage. Goliath tigerfish, which hides in the roots. Well, I'm here. Nope. Oh. Bye. Oh, good. I'm still insane. Murky, swampy waters using the shade of trees as cover. That's where I am. Don't like that. It's gonna be here, isn't it? Because it was blocked off. Oh, good, 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 good. Yep, there we go. I read that as Elden Ring for a second. Welcome, new peoples! Up to is being a troll with my morphs. I'm definitely gonna need money, so... Okay, we're just going to keep fishing the spot, I guess. Hi, welcome, you're wrong. Been a while. Up to no good is being a troll. Oh, right, I should have probably emptied the fish first. Yep, record's done. Fish market, let's just sell everything. Need more explosives. Should I just buy the remaining upgrade pieces? Fearsomely predatory, this gigantic fish is also one of the most aggressive. Its teeth are so large that they punch holes through the opposing jaw. Ugh. Okay, tablets. There's no way that I'm going to be able to finish the figures. I'm pretty sure they're dead. I still haven't found conger eels either. But, I mean, okay, there's 2 pursuits I just haven't found yet. Yeah, I'm going to work on getting the best engine I can. I hope it's worth it. So that I can try to finish these as fast as I can. Have I been... I'll tell you something, you're wrong. My luck has been the same for the past half a year now. Things have just been going crazy. And I'm super thankful to the support, as you can see, that I have been getting. Because it means a lot. Things have been nuts since the last time you popped in. Even with up to shenanigans are an amusing distraction compared to what the past 6 months have been like. Don't forget how this year started. But I have attempted to put some good things in motion, so keep your fingers crossed for me. You know what I didn't mention at the beginning of the stream? I remember why I didn't mention at the beginning of the stream. I don't want to jinx it. But I will... You know what? No, screw it. I'm going to tell you guys, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope I don't jinx it. I applied to join a VTuber group. We're not going to name names at the moment. I don't want to drag them into things. But between that, as well as attempts to join partners with several sponsorships and stuff, we are crossing our fingers and hoping the luck finally changes. Alright, I think... Good luck. Yeah, probably. Alright, so our plan is... I think we're gonna have to call it for tonight. Our plan is to finish this game next Friday, and whatever time we have left will be Stardew Valley time. We pretty much just have to run around here, I think, and then we're good, because I don't have the DLC. So... I think that's it. Just cross your fingers that some of the stuff goes off for me. We do have the D-Live chest. We do have the D-Live chest. Let's get the D-Live chest up and rolling for you guys. Have a good night, Oovie Man. So, yeah, given the stream has held fairly steady, I'd say that our VPN solution to the streaming problem has in fact worked. Now I just have to get them to agree to partner with me. So everyone, cross your fingers and hope for me. In the meantime, the D-Live chest, for those of you who don't know what this is, it is the equivalent of bits, only it's not on Twitch, it's on D-Live. If you follow me, the more you chat, the more you interact at the stream, the more it builds. On Sundays at the end of the stream, I open the chest. It automatically raffles it out to you followers. The more you participate, the greater your odds of getting something. I have no control over anything but when I open it. So, with that said, I'm hitting distribute rewards. You guys are going to get your rewards. I have no control over it. It just happens. What's going to happen is going to happen. I'm just going to set up a manual thing for the gold lemons. We are currently at 1,021, I think. Nope, that's this stream. Excuse me. We are at 1,128. Up to No Good is our winner, followed by Blue Kitty. Congratulations! And thank you again for all of your support and your help. It really means a lot. I appreciate it. Congrats to you two. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Welcome to all the new people. I hope you've enjoyed the shenanigans. I will see you all in the next stream, 10 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Be safe, have a good week, and take care.